What is up, Step Gamers? Tonight, this evening on the Virtual Reality Master League's second channel, I'm your host, a goddamn superhero, and I'm bringing you EU Bronze League matches. We're getting in the trenches to build up a better future, constructing a hype match, and seeing maybe we'll see what the union says about that. Hopefully we get some OSHA fixes there. But yes, tonight, Lucky Round versus Valk. We have two teams near the bottom of the list, but right now they're relatively close contenders. So this should be a hype and close match. It should be starting soon, just waiting on them to give me the picks and bans. But as always, we're going to do what we do when I'm casting. We're going to hop right into the stats, see if we can kind of figure out what's going to be in the minds of these teams. Give me one moment and I'll send you to the browser. So like I said, this is Lucky Round versus Valk, Season 9, Week 9. Right now, Lucky Round is in 11th and Valk is in 13th. But we've heard rumors in the midst that Valk has been able to beat them in scrims now. So this, again, should be a close matchup. Lucky Round, though, has picked up some of the members of the fallen Crimson Raiders. Sexy Shrub, previous captain, and Joel McD. So they are a slightly new new shift in teams. Crimson Raiders were very close to being the top silver team alongside Plants and FBI. So again, this really changes the lineup a bit, and I'm curious to see where this goes. Valk has been a team of good shooters in the past. They just the problem they tend to have is coordination and collaboration. So we'll see if they overcome that. There's my beautiful mug, and we can see from the matches that have been played. They had one match earlier this season in December where Valk had won 29-30. We had a 10-9 in Stockpile, 9-10 on Reach Sky, and then whatever happened on Museum, Lucky Round wasn't ready. I know Lucky Round at this point in time had some members who had actually not played too much Pavlov before, so that is no longer the case. They should be a much more organized team, so it'll be interesting what's going to happen between these guys. If we look at individually what kind of maps that these teams play, we start with Lucky Round, our home team. Looks like they play a lot of Stahlbrecher, Stockpile next, and Oil Rig after. Reach Sky in the same amount, and they don't tend to get a lot of wins on these. It's ones. Now that is what happens when you're at the bottom of the Bronze League. I know it. I've been there before. And so these stats may not show us much just yet, but we can kind of get an idea of what they pick here. So Oil Rig is going to be a map that they're going to pick. Stahlbrecher, Manor. We can see Industry, and then Reach Sky, Stahlbrecher. So these are these are the maps that they're picking, not the ones that get picked against them. So I would just expect to see that. They may not have the sort of plays and strats ready to overcome a specific enemy, but this is going to be what the maps to look for. When we look at Valk, we're going to see probably something similar. Ulrig, Stockpile. Looks like they played a lot of other, interestingly enough. And I know they had 2 forfeits this season. Hopefully we don't see one of those today. Although I did talk to Crystal Daniel. Should not happen. But we have Ulrig, Stockpile, and Reach Sky. So I would assume those, maybe some Museum. They look like they play a smaller map pool overall. And, besides this Oil Rig right here, it seems like it's about the same percentage of wins and losses there. We see no Santorini. We probably shouldn't expect that. Same with Industry here. Likely won't expect to see that map. I'm going to say it's probably just going to be these default ones here that every team seems to pick. They choose, well, other doesn't count because it's a forfeit. Oil Rig against FBI. They chose Museum. Stockpile, Reach Sky, and Ulrig, Reach Sky. So those are the maps that, again, likely will fall into play here. But this is going to be an interesting lineup. Like I said, these teams are not too different from each other anymore. We see the MMR here. Valk has had a slow comeuppance where they're picking up games as they go. They're playing a lot, but they've done a little bit better recently. So we'll have to see where that one goes. I know a lot of the bronze teams right now are pretty much being pinned up against the higher teams because the league shrunk just a little bit recently. Ideally, teams join the league, they fall out as they figure out the difficulties, figure out the different play styles of the different members, and are going to eventually figure out how they're going to line up. But like I said, Lucky Round has picked up some new members. They are the upper seed here, but I do think this should be close overall. So we're just kind of waiting for them to get this one started. I don't know if anyone has it live. I think Shrub might be live. Same with Big Chungus. Although they are not on just yet, so we should hopefully see them soon. But yeah, we'll have to see overall what's gonna happen. Right now, I know there's another big match happening: Crimson Claw versus Old People. Right now, Crimson Claw does have the game point as they've won 2 matches in a row, 10-2 and 10-5. So we'll have to see what happens for them afterwards. But right now, we just kind of have to wait a little bit until this match. So we'll refresh this a few times. I'll give you guys back to the gameplay. You can see my beautiful face here. Oh, wrong one. No. The scoreboard is all we want to see. See my beautiful face once again. But yeah, you know, these teams are the teams that probably my team is most closest to. So I could probably, you know, see what's going to happen there. One of the awesome things about casting some of the bronze matches is, unlike the gold in Master League, where you kind of see like, this is how everyone should be playing with a little bit of mess ups. This is a lot of like chaotic gameplay as teams are trying to figure out. Again, these are teams who have new members, have tried a whole bunch of different people, and so they don't always line up, and it leads to some very interesting situations which you don't see in a lot of the other matches that get casted. So I'm excited to see that. I'm gonna give them each a ping just to see what's going on since we don't have a caster. Yeah, it's always a downside of the waiting game, That's why it's usually on the second channel, since sometimes with while it tends to be that the gold and master teams know exactly what they're going to play. Bronze teams like we're just trying to figure out what would make the most sense. Any little advantage helps us here, and we want to always get those. What else is going on right now that we can look into? I see that there's a scrim. We have TD versus Friendly Fire. We have what else? VA. Oh no, it's VA versus Friendly Fire. They have 2 different stream titles, but I did hear it was VA. I've been told there is a streamer. Oh, I see Dead Meme. Yep, I need to go and follow Dead Meme. Recognize. All right, so they will hopefully be getting in here. It looks like he is having some issues getting his stream up and going. It's literally just starting and stopping for me a whole bunch. And so hopefully that'll be good soon. I don't know if I can watch his to get that one going, but we'll see in a second here. But yeah, hopefully they figure out, like I said, I'm expecting Orig, Stahlbrecher, Stockpile, this guy, the maps. We just in the league recently got Industry back in. It'll be curious to see if teams start playing that more often. I know my team specifically, we need to start practicing that one a little bit more, just because we got used to how the old one played. There are some different penetrable areas. There's some different sight lines you can see. And so, you know, getting teams used to there, I think we won't see that one being played as often for the next week or two. You know, there is still talks about getting pipes back in the mix. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it done in time, you know, for anything useful, but you know, at least by next season, we're all trying to figure out what those next maps are. There's a feedback form. If you have not filled it, it's going to be a great one to fill out, figure out what we want to change in the league, and what kind of maps we want to play for next season. There's a bunch of cool maps. I've been checking out Harbor. I really like Corbusier. I know Young Fro Yoke, which hopefully I'm saying that one right, is being worked on. There's some updates to Seaside. Plenty of maps potentially in the future pool that we could be checking out, which will be, you know, interesting. My favorite thing of last season was all the new maps, trying to figure out what to play. This has been more of a refining stage where the meta shifted a little bit. Some of the guns are different, some of the nade rules are different, but the maps stayed the same, which really meant that a lot of the play didn't change too much, besides what kind of gun you pick. You know, we did see the massive grenade strategies fall out of favor, but with new maps overall, new ways to push in, I think that'll be much more interesting. I did get a ping from Mr. Ion, and it looks like he's telling me that they may not have all their members yet. Oh no. We may have to wait a little bit. This is so sad, but hey, it happens. I could just. We could talk about that first. Like they. Oh no, they have all. Okay, so I see 6 members inside of the Lucky Round Discord. For the Valk, I am not giving those roles. Come on, Daniel, I need those roles. But we have Joel, we have Kochak, we have Mr. Ion, Sichi, Scarifly, and some sexy shrub. All there. So like I said, Shrub and Joel are new members to the team previously from Crimson Raiders, who just had disbanded recently. So that should be a boost overall. Ion, a veteran of the league. Sichi's relatively new, but he's shown that he can perform pretty well in these situations. Scarifly, previous member of CC, he had stopped playing for a little while and came back. So another good member. And then Kochak, I don't know him so well, but when I've seen him in matches that have been either in scrims or in plays, he has been doing decent and getting shots done. He sometimes pushes out on his own, and I think if Ion can reel him back in, he'd be so much more effective as a teammate. But either way, like I said, dead on with the shots, he just gets himself in some sticky situations. So I'm pinging people, we're waiting. Come on, dead meme, make your stream work. I'm gonna have to talk to you guys about other stuff. Oh no, you guys don't want to hear about my real life. Yeah, dead meme stream is like, oh, there we go. Okay, now it's live. Cool, now I can see a stream. Good, we're gonna be able to see that shortly. I don't see that he's in a lobby yet. It looks like he's still in the kill house. So trying to figure out what he's gonna play. One of the things I'm most excited for, and this is going to be a big game changer for the league, is this 4.27 update for Unreal Engine. If they push to 4.27, there's so many cool map features. Oh, I see that they're all in a lobby now. Good, okay, they're all there. We see Clips VR, we see Vintage Jesus, Dead Meme. I assume Crystal Daniel. I didn't see who the 5th was. But yeah, with 4.27, there's a lot of new assets that have been on the Unreal Marketplace that have been given out for free that only work for the more modern versions of the engine. Once that comes into play, I think we're going to see a lot of new maps, a lot of new styles. On top of that, there's performance fixes. I am interested to see how like collisions get changed, what kind of new features can come for the mod kit. I think it's going to be really interesting to see what happens with the community. We may see some maps fall out of favor, especially the ones that haven't been updated in a while. When this update pushes, all the maps are effectively going to be have to be remade for 4.27. They can be ported forward. We have to see the teams who are making these maps do it. But instead of talking about the maps that could be, I can tell you about the maps that are being banned right now. We have our picks and bans in, and so first, it looks. I don't know if they did this out of order. Wait. Okay, I'm gonna assume these are the bans, and the way he phrased it was a little strange. But the first one is going to be Reach Sky. Oh no, what am I doing? Why did that happen? You guys, this is what I do on the second channel here. Okay, so we're gonna help. Okay, we're gonna reset maps and scores. Yeah, we got this, baby. We know how to do this. I've only been casting for how many months? Actually, it's almost been a year now since I started casting. That's great. But anyways, first map, Reach Sky, that was banned. Not the one I kind of expected. Reach Sky is a fast map that lets both teams rotate quickly. You see a lot of teams play it because it kind of favors aggression, and so when you have teams who it works better than having a strategy, that one works pretty well. After that, Santorini, one that I did expect to be a team ban, just because neither team really played it that often. After that, we have Museum for our next home ban. Museum, again, one of the maps they played a whole bunch. It is really difficult if you get the wrong side on it. So that could be why their team banned it. And Stockpile is going to be the last one. The way that was phrased, I'm not sure who picked what exactly. So I'm kind of just guessing with with the order that was given to me. But yeah, with Stockpile, that's kind of a standard map that most teams play. So I'm kind of surprised there. That's going to leave us Oil Rig, Stallbreaker. I assume those are going to be the first 2 maps we play. After that, we have Manor, and we have Industry. Industry, like I said, has been updated, so we're going to likely see the new one. They could always go for another map. I don't expect to see that. And I do see that we have picked Oil Rig. Okay, so let me update this and get us right into the gameplay. As our first match starts. Refresh, update, and they're in. So I'll send you guys over to the gameplay in but one moment. We'll have to see. We don't have predictions on the second channel just yet, but we're gonna get them in eventually as we you know, we see what happens. But tell me in chat what you think is gonna happen. I think it's gonna be a close game overall. And even better, it's gonna be a game that's starting now. So we see on the CT side is going to be the Lucky Rounders, and then we have Valk on the T side. T side right now in the meta seems to be the easier of the two, so I'd likely expect to see Valk perform well here. Again, they did really well in previous matches against them. There's a scrim that apparently they had done pretty well in as well very recently. So we'll have to see how this one goes. Kochek plays up here and sometimes pushes. It's okay on a pistol round, but I want to see later on him play a bit further back. We're going for the B play. B is really the strong push in the meta. We see Crystal Daniel versus Scarefly in the mid here, and Crystal Daniel does win that first pick, opening up the mid, and it's going to prevent rotations. Dead Meme gets Kochek. Dead Meme's pushing up against Shrub here, and Shrub is not ready for this push. It gets saved by his teammate Joel. That's that Crimson Raiders brotherhood, but Crystal Daniel came from the mid and took him out. Mr. Ion still was a little slow to rotate here as he you know, was worried about that mid play, but Crystal Daniel is on site. We have Clips who's being a little too aggressive here, doesn't need to do this, and is gonna get surprised. Oh, but he surprised me by getting that kill, and that is our first round. With Valk leading the charge. It's a little hard to see, but Crystal Daniel has 3 kills here. Dead Meme with the 1, Clips with 1 as well. Joel and Shrub each getting 1 for their team too. After that, but that's pistol round. Not all teams have like a masterful strategy or play there. But you know, you have to figure out what works for your team. Now, interesting enough, Kochek went for a UMP. I don't know why. I guess he went for just more an aggressive gun, no armor. Interesting play. I don't know if that's going to be the right one. We went full AK. So I think what's going to happen here is if anyone gets picked off, this is going to be very bad for Valk. Crystal Daniel gets Joel. We'll see what happens. Kochek run, or Mr. Iron runs, and he doesn't get the kill. Shrub gets 1, but gets taken out immediately. All the guns are protected. Scarefly is underneath, ready to get moving. Oh no, he's gonna go slow, it looks. Kochek in the mid. Also Kiwi, yo, what's up? It's gonna be a minute late. That's the one downside. I'm kind of used to the instantaneous nature of my own stream. Dead Meme gets Kochek, and now it's Scarefly hoping to get a pick here. He threw his knife. It was a miss, and I don't know. Maybe he did hear it. Yep, he did, and he wiped the board. I mean, it's a pistol round. It does happen. Shrub getting that 1 kill. Yeah, at the top here we have Crystal Daniel with 4, Dead Meme with 3, Clips with the 2, Vintage Jesus with 1, and the Landlord just waiting. Same with Kochek, Scarefly, and Mr. Iron. It's a real gun round. This is a round that most teams have trained for. You know, this is what happens for a majority of the game. So we'll see it move back up. Now, Kochek, interestingly, going for an AK shorty. I guess that's what happens when you buy down a little bit too early. But it is relatively decent against armor. It's not as good as, you know, full penetration as other guns. Kochek being killed early on by Dead Meme, again, is out in the open. That's the thing I was worried about with him. Clips getting Joel, and now we have Shrub, Scara, and Mr. Iron about to rotate over. Now, a delayed plant here, I think. Oh, what's happening? Oh, no. Okay, that's what happens when you're too short. I guess they dropped the bomb and couldn't pick it back up. Again, you don't see that in gold matches. It's always on time. Clips get Shrub. Scarifly gets, oh, there we go. We're seeing a comeback here. Scare and Ion getting 2 kills. A flash kill on Mr. Ion, though, from Clips. And now it's just Scarifly versus 2. They're, you know, everyone's hurt here. It's just a matter of who sees each other first. And Clips, you know, saw him, unloaded his clip on him. That's Valk getting 3 points so far. Now, this is 3rd round loss bonus here. We want to see them buy into it. Maybe Kochek is probably the only one who probably shouldn't go so deep, but they're going to have plenty of money on the round after this. This new eco meta has shifted how you kind of handle the situation a little bit. Going for the A play, this is the right time to do A. They're not going to have a powerful gun to defend against it, you know. And Ion is, you know, is already undercover or in cover. Oh, an amazing nade right on top of him. Doesn't kill him, but does a lot of damage. Crystal Daniel is going to rotate from beneath, and Landlord takes him out beforehand. Like I said, hungry for blood, takes him out, and they have A site as Shrub, Kochek, and Joel are on the opposite side. Scarifly's underneath. He could come and see them soon. We do want to see Scarifly wait for his teammates. He's going to go by himself. Crystal Daniel takes him out. Just had the armor advantage there. Grenade goes down in front of Joel. Joel dodges it. And Shrub and Joel each get a kill here. Now they've kind of changed the playing field a little bit as Clips and Landlord have to stay on site. We need to see Landlord and Clips work together to get 1 kill here. Landlord, okay, Landlord has got the 1. He lost his teammate. He can still protect the bomb. We don't want to see him peek. He's going to do it anyway. He needs his rent, baby. Is he gonna evict? Oh no, he gets evicted himself. Plenty of time left to defuse. Kochek's got this, unless there's a mistake. Oh, with 1 second left. That was very close. But that's gonna be the first point over on Lucky Round. That was just a little bit of like uncoordination on the Valk side as they were trying to figure out where they're gonna go. But those last 2 members pushing in together was necessary. We need to see Lucky Round doing that on more rounds. That's not going to deter the economy of Valk so far, as they have plenty of money to keep going. But it's going to give Lucky Round a little bit more firepower, getting armor this time. We move up, we move down, but Kochek moves out too openly and dies again. This is what I'm saying, Kochek, please. Vintage Jesus grabs his 50 cal and gets the kill on Joel McD. And now the site's is already opened. Scarifly is going to rotate beneath, but Crystal Daniel sees him in oil room, gets the kill. Shrub and Ion. Ion still isn't sure yet, but you know his team can probably just call the numbers and say it's over there. Shrub is in the back playing lurk, maybe hiding. I'm not. No, no, he's lurking. Yeah, he's lurking mid. They forgot the bomb. No. Shrub kills him. Now he knows that they were trying to rotate off. The thing is, I don't think Shrub knows that the bomb is down here. Ion's rotating over. Actually, no, maybe they do, because Ion's coming all the way through. Not necessary if he thought it was just a rotate. This is what I was saying about a little uncoordinated. Vintage Jesus kills dead meme. Shrub gets Vintage Jesus. Oh, no. No, what's happening? Clips is left alone here versus 2. 30 seconds left on the clock. Is this gonna be you know, can he pick something up? If anything, I think we want to see Clips pick up the 50 cal and just save. 20 seconds left. He's not gonna get the kill here, and I don't think he's gonna do it. Okay, no, he's getting it. Good. We want. No, don't go fight it. Don't go fight it. Oh, Clips, you cocky son of a. So he takes the gun, he rotates, or, okay, there's a little bit of a hide. Also, I never noticed this paint here. Why is there just black paint? Saves the gun. I mean, they lost a round, but that's going to keep the economy strong. Just another round. Interesting as it is. Shrub at the top with 7 and 4. Joel McD with the 3 and 4. We see afterwards Scarifly with 2 and 5. It's a little hard to see the scores here. 6 and 3 for Crystal Daniel, 6 and 1 for Clips, 5 and 4 for Dead Meme. So we're moving over towards an A side play. We see Vintage Jesus has his 50 cal back. He can take out Ion early. The 50 cal on the T side is just a fast pick kind of maneuver here. We'll see if he can get it. He's getting ready for that kill. Scarif gets Crystal Daniel in the underground. Vintage Jesus doesn't have his gun up in time. He misses the shot. Scrub defense against Dead Meme in the underneath. Scarifly coming through the mid, holding down Clips, and Clips goes a little aggressive, goes a little wide here to prevent the shots from Scara. Clips gets Shrub. He's pushing on a site. I don't know if he's... Oh, and he gets Ion too. All right, we're seeing the rotate towards the middle. We want to see all three of the Lucky Round members work together on this push. Thing is, who has the bomb? Please tell me we didn't make the same mistake again. I think they're... Okay, oh, they were picking up the bomb from their underpass push. Scarifly is holding them back, and with that, they're able to stop him. Interesting grenade play. I think it was more of an accident than an intentionality there. Kochek runs out wide, but Joel takes him, gets 2 headshots in a row. We need to see... Oh, and Vintage Jesus could not escape, but he's going to come back next round, unlike from 3 days from now. So there we go. Lucky Round has brought this one back for themselves. We want to see Valk. Again, if they wouldn't have lost the bomb the 1 round, if they would have, you know, they just got... The headshot was kind of a surprise there. I wasn't expecting Joel to take 2, but he did have the drop. You know, I kind of thought they would wipe Kochek beforehand, but that was a good play that they had there for Lucky Round side. Kochek going aggressive again, hoping to get early kills. And Landlord takes him out. Again, you know, I've played games where this really works well, and I would love to see, you know, it's not working here, basically. I'd love to see him not do it just yet. Joel's going to be pushed up by 2 here. Oh, but no, he takes out Landlord before Crystal Daniel pushes out wide. Dead Meme goes to get him and doesn't take any damage. While that was happening, Scarifly and Joel McD both got killed by Clips and Dead Meme. Shrub's behind him, so it's a 2v2. Dead Meme. Do they not have the bomb? Oh no. Okay, there we go. They picked up the bomb. Shrub's gonna get behind him, and we're gonna see Shrub get this kill right here. Both of them. They get to plant. That's a little bit of cash, but that's gonna be a for sure defuse from Shrub here. Don't be a loser. Buy a diffuser, and he's able to clip Clips with his clip in his gun, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, we're going to a 4-3, a very close game so far. Shrub leading the charge with 10-5, 7-6 for Joel, 4-6 for Scara, 2-5 for Kochek, 1-5 for Ion. On the opposite side, 9-3 for Clips, 6-6 for Dead Meme, 6-5 for Crystal Daniel, 4-5 for Landlord, and 2-6 for Vintage Jesus. Those pickups right now of the Crimson Raiders members are working for the Lucky Rounders advantage. For their advantage, excuse me. Oh, Global Flash in the air. What didn't, you know, not far enough. It looks like it might have been cooked or something. All long play is interesting. We already see Scarifly in the middle, able to kind of pincer them off. Scarifly is getting very hurt though from Clips. That could end their woes in just a moment. Ion still trying to shoot, and Crystal Daniels taking plenty of damage. A battle of the captains here. They're pushing up. Ion gave it up. There's no underpass player, which is going to be, you know, the Shrub's chagrin. Shrub's going to be able to rotate over now. We see Joel get Crystal Daniel. Shrub gets Clips. Landlord gets Ion. Scara gets Dead Meme. And it's 4v2. Vintage Jesus gets killed, and it's just Landlord on site. I don't think they know where he is just yet, so he's going to get 1 surprise kill, but then afterwards, he's gone. 1, 2. Oh, and he dies to the double. Dude, if they would have been just a little bit slower, we could have seen a triple there, or maybe even defending the whole round. But that's 4-3. Now going to be in the favor for Lucky Round. Picking up some guns. It's, they have plenty of time to defuse with all those clips. Scara doubling up on the clips. Move back over here for our last round of the half. I want to see another B play. I want to see them push in fast. I want to see them control bridge. Those are the kind of pieces to a strong B play that I think would be good for them. It kind of feels like they're getting pincered from behind by losing their mid player. Oh no, what is this? Don't go all mid. Mid to B. Okay, no, this is a bridge A. This is a bridge A. By rotating through, by getting control of the mid here, they're taking the bomb through the mid. No, Landlord, what are you doing? Oh, this is like literally the worst way they could have done this, but whatever. This is gonna be interesting. Landlord doesn't realize he has a bomb. Mr. On gets 2. It's a 2v2. Okay, they're on B site. Landlord, again, still, I don't think recognized. Mr. Ion's over here. Last one left. They shot him. They know where he's at. He's going for the plant. Vintage Jesus, if he can hold with the 50 cal, an interesting position to do it from. I guess let's see from his perspective. No, he's holding from behind. I think Landlord's going to be a bit too aggressive here, and he's going to try to peek him. Not the ideal play here. What we want to see from Landlord is we want to see him stay a little bit further back, let him try to go for the defuse, shoot him in the head while he's doing it. Ion takes some damage, but gets the kill along the way. Vintage Jesus knows where he's at, and he just again, stay hidden, let him try to clip, shoot him with the sniper. There we go. Vintage Jesus doing the right thing. A flash in the air. He can't see. And exactly as it should be, he gets the shot, and they get that extra point, leading it to an even half, although in the favor of Lucky Round. Now, Lucky Round is going to have the advantage. I think that if they have a good B play, this could be the game point for them. 12-7 for Shrub, 9-8 for Joel, 5-7 for Scara. On the opposite side, we see 9-5 for Clips. Landlord with the 9-7 and 6-8 for Dead Meme. Going for a slow B, worried about grenades. Joel already holding behind, I guess. Ion drops his gun. It's an interesting, I don't exactly know what's happening there. I'd love to hear the comms to kind of figure it out. I think the difference here is they're not going to lose members early on like Lucky Round did. If Dead Meme and Landlord play a bit further back, Shrub is going to be against 1. Oh no, so much happened. Shrub gets 2 kills there. They're going to basically get control of site. Landlord goes very wide. Just Vintage Jesus left alone now. He's get shot from behind by Shrub, and Shrub takes him out. Again, that control in the back half of the map. Shrub gets 3 kills and decimates their enemies. Yo, not Raffle. Thank you for the follow. Or sorry, for the raid. For the raid. Yes, we are in our first game, 6-4 right now, in the favor of Lucky Round. We just ended an even first half as we are working towards, you know, a Lucky Round game. Most likely, the piss round was just lost due to a really good play from Shrub rotating behind and getting control of a good chunk of the map. We're gonna see them push out. Kochek's already being loud and proud as he runs up ahead from the rest of his team. Crystal Daniel gets killed by a firing squad, and we have Vintage Jesus is gonna hope to get a knife. He throws a knife, but he throws his life as he dies there. Yo, Thief, how's it going? Clips is gonna hide on site. Landlord is rotating through the spawn, picks up his gun that he didn't realize he didn't have, but Kochek takes it away. Clips gets a headshot on Kochek. Clips dies, and now the slow rotate from Dead Meme basically means the bomb's down. They get the extra cash. We'll see if Dead Meme does have an UMP, but they have armor, so I don't think this is gonna work in his favor. They know he's there. Shrub shows us that appeal and takes him out. And that's 7-4 right now. Clips at the top of the board with 10-7, 9-9 for the Landlord. Dead Meme with 7-10 on the opposite side. Shrub commanding the game with a 16-7. Joel McD with 11-8. Scarifly with the 7-7. But hey, both teams can buy guns now, except for Dead Meme, who decides to go for the Uzi. Interesting. Hey, you know what? I don't make the decisions. I'll let the teams do what they want to do. Slow movements, avoiding those grenades. How is their mid player set up? So we have Clips who's holding bridge. Dead Meme and Landlord. Landlord's playing, he's gonna be able to catch them in here, but they can just hide once the bomb gets in, so he has a really small window. A flash above to slow the assault. They know they're there. Scarifly out way too Scarifly gets Dead Meme, who's way too wide. A grenade goes down, which does some damage to Kochek. Shrub takes out Clips. We have Crystal Daniel, who's gonna be able to push a little bit, but he needs his teammates here. Well, Shrub found out there were no teammates left because he killed them all. And now we have Crystal Daniel down. Dead Meme, or sorry, Vintage Jesus is the only one left. save the gun. Save the gun, man. And we have Shrub, who is in the mid, is looking, wants to get the kill. I think Vintage Jesus is staying back, hoping to pick someone off. Doesn't need to be so aggressive. Save the money, save the gun. Oh, and he gets fired by 2 because he just didn't hold the spot he had. Unfortunate. It's interesting that their T was a little bit stronger than their CT. Usually for bronze teams, we see that CT is the way to go. Each bronze player knows how to shoot, where to hold, but they struggle to unify as their push. But it could just be because they're being split up and not waiting for their teammates, or going a little too wide. Really, is what I'm perceiving as the main problem. But those kind of plays are, we're not seeing that CT hold do well here. So I think they have the bomb on this side. Yeah, we see Ion with the bomb. Shrub and Scara get 2 kills early on, but Landlord kills Kochek. It is a mixed save. Shrub gets dead meme, and so we'll see Landlord here. Landlord mustn't have had his gun up. Joel gets the kill, takes the gun, and Vintage Jesus is left alone once again. He's saving up for that 50 cal. He could have bought, and he gets a knife. Oh no, he did get a gun. Didn't he? No, he didn't, but he just picked one up. Okay. Him versus Ion, because Shrub's on the opposite side of the map. Ion has the bomb. This could be a Vintage Jesus save here. Oh, Ion dies. So I think that's bomb down. Let's verify. Yep, bomb's down, and it's just Shrub. Now, the thing is, Vintage Jesus doesn't know the bomb's down. It's going to be up to Shrub to... He needs to be quick about getting the bomb. 30 seconds left. But it could be that, if Shrub just thinks he's still here because Vintage Jesus didn't really move too much, that Shrub will get the shots off. 20 seconds left, plenty of time to plant. We need to see Vintage Jesus wait for the plant. No! And Vintage Jesus, because he had no armory, he was already hurt. Shrub was able to get that kill. All he had to do was wait another 10 seconds and he could have had it. Yes, this is gaming, but even better, it's pod racing, as we're seeing Lucky Round take their victory. That was almost a clutch by Vintage Jesus. Just a little bit more triggered discipline, and he could have had it. So potentially our final round here, as we're going for another B push, waiting for those early nades. We see Landlord throw one, and Landlord's playing the Kochek here and being aggressive. He's going to be able to make the call, but if he doesn't rotate off very soon, he's going to be dead. Oh, or I don't know what I'm talking about. This is okay. So this is when it works. Landlord gets 2 kills here. The trade here. Joel is the last one left alive. He's alone along with a 50 cal. That is another round for Valk here as they pull one away. That's gonna be good for their money. Allow them to keep playing. It doesn't stop. The lucky round. Yeah, I almost called them the Raiders. As we see Shrub on top, it goofs up my lexicon. Now going for the A push is interesting. Vintage Jesus still probably has no, he can't afford the 50 cal. Oh, okay. Oh no, he has one. Okay, what do I do? I should just wait. There we go. Vintage Jesus kills Ion. That's what the 50 cal does on the long. We already have 2 members here ready to keep the fight going. Jesus is a little hurt, but they put all 5 members on A long. It's an interesting play to do. I don't think it's the right one, especially when you have a 50 cal player. Vintage Jesus also has slightly higher ping than most players, so it's going to be a little bit hard for them to fight against him long with cover. Crystal Daniel rotates behind, gets 2 kills. Now it's Shrub and Scarafly stuck in a corner here. Vintage Jesus grabs another. And Scara, does he have the bomb? Yeah, he has the bomb. He's gonna try to rotate off. That was a solid A defense there, and Landlord gets his rent and evicts his enemies from the A site. 9 and 6 reverse, funny number. 22 and 9 for Shrub. Joel McD with the 14 and 11. Scarifly on the 10 and 10. Landlord with 14 and 12. Reverse, never forget on an 11 and 9 for Clips VR. And Crystal Daniel with 10 and 13. You know, this is going to be a hard game for them to have 4 perfect rounds in a row. But this is a save, and so we'll likely see another round here. Crystal Daniel, though, being aggressive in the mid. We'll see. He takes out Shrub with a headshot. We see Scarifly, who's going to attempt to get another kill here. Crystal Daniel has been hit. We lose Joel McDoodle to the Landlord. Excuse me. Scara is trying to make shots work for him. CD is going to push him, although unnecessary. Ion gets a knife and he's going to be able to pick up a gun. Crystal Daniel's rotating over to where Ion's at. Now, Ion is hoping that he gets push, and I think his expectation is right, but the question is, will he realize that there's someone right behind him as well? And it isn't necessary, as Crystal Daniel does the deed. Takes him out. Kochek is underneath and rotating around them. Looks like they are aware. Dead Meme is getting ready to get the kill here, wasting a grenade on him, and allows Kochek to get the kill. Vintage Jesus, close range sniper rifle, and that's 9 and 7. Unnecessary loss there for you know, for Dead Meme, but hey, it happens. So we're looking at 9 and 7 again. This is going to be the lucky round, being able to buy for the rest of the game here. So we need to see optimal gameplay from Valk if they want to win this one. I guess they threw a smoke to their teammate and thought it dropped. Okay, so we have a slow. Okay, so we're going for picks, and Crystal Daniel wins the mid again. Scarifly, it's holding even further back in the mid. Crystal Daniel, we want to see him get that first pick and then not push up, but Landlord is gonna. What do I know? Landlord and Crystal Daniel wipe the floor as they push together in a unified front and get control of the mid. If these guys work together, I think Ion could surprise them, but it looks like they might be aware that Ion's there. They're throwing flashes just in case. Ion has the bomb. Crystal Daniel doesn't have his gun up, but Landlord does, and he exercises those castle laws. 9 and 8 as we get a close game here for these two. They're tying it up at the beginning of the beginning of this half. I definitely wasn't going to call it this way, but Valk is showing us a show of force here. We see Kochek going for that AK shorty here. I'm a Lonky fan, but you know what? You got to do what you got to do. Looks like his money wasn't in the right spot, and they're hoping that loss bonus is really going to carry them in the next couple rounds. Crystal Daniel controlling the mid again with that push. We should just watch CD as he's getting a lot of the game in his view here. He pulls 2 off in the middle, and he's going to keep pushing them. He's going to rotate behind them because they're all on site now. We'll see. Rotate from behind. Joel is going to wait for Ion before he pushes. We see Shrub went to bridge. Oh no. Crystal Daniel stomping around. We don't want. Oh, and he doesn't have his gun up, but that pingy son of a gun gets another kill. But Ion takes him out. He's pretty hurt. He's going for another gun, and you don't pick up guns in the middle of the round in the open. He's dead, and now we just have some sexy Shrub alone, about to be pruned, as he's middle. Slow movement. Shrub tries to figure out what he can do. He needs to pick off his end. Flash. Kills one from quad, killing Dead Meme. But Vintage Jesus takes him out from afar. Sniper rifle. 9 and 9, as close as it's going to get. Valk and Lucky around. I told you guys it was going to be a close matchup, and I'm glad that it paid off this way. The bomb's down on the ground. We'll have to see who picks it up. But we want to see a powerful B play. We want to see some people holding back in the mid. Don't push up against CDs. They don't have, the ping is working in CD's favor, but he is getting a troll. He is a good shot on top of that. It's this is where he shines when he's gets to be alone, gets these one-on-one fights. We can't have them keep doing that. Chris O'Daniel is going to push up behind them. They're going for just all together B, and they've stacked B. Crystal Daniel going to rotate from behind. Vintage Jesus gets a kill, but Shrub defends against Crystal Daniel. Grenades go down, but it doesn't hurt Ion or Kochak until that one goes from Clips VR. Kochak's very hurt. And Kochak went to pick up a gun. No. Don't pick up guns in the middle of the round. Vintage Jesus gets Shrub, and now it's just Joel. And this is a Valk game unless Joel can show us something crazy here. He gets one, and he gets dunned as the landlord takes him out. We'll see if he gets subletted on the next game. So a 9-10 close game on the opposite side. We see Kochak with 6-15, Ian with 9-14, Scarifly with a 10-4, Joel McD with 15-15, Shrub commanding a big chunk of this game with 24-13. On the opposite side, we have Dead Meme with 7-15, Vintage Jesus with a 4-11, Clips VR with 4-11 as well. I believe that's 13-16, and then Landlord at top with 18-12. Least Death Award is going over to Clips and Vintage Jesus. Let's go on over to the scoreboard and update everything over here. That was hype. That was hype, and you know, like I said, both teams are at a relatively similar state right now. I'm glad to see that. We're gonna hand off that, you know, our little awards over for Least Death, and we'll see on the next one what happens. I'm excited to see what our next map is. Now I just got a message from Scarifly. Let me see. Check your Twitch notifs. Okay, I'll have to see what that means. Yeah, I see. Nova says I didn't see that one coming. I was certain that this was going to be a close match. Recently, Valk had just beaten Lucky Round in a scrim. Even though Lucky Round to pick up these new members, I think these new members are going to make Lucky Round a bit more competitive in the bronze area, just because they were working with a lot of really new players. But you know, Valk has been there, has been around, knows how to play. They do have some ping to their advantage. I know people complain about that. I wish it worked for me, man. I wish it worked for me. But I think that Valve just needs to be coordinated. And I think this is the kind of team that they can beat. They have new captains, or not new captains, new IGLs over on Lucky Round. So it's gonna, you know, people aren't used to the new play style. And I think that's gonna give them those little bits of advantages that they need to keep this game going for them. So we'll have to see what happens in a moment for our next matchup. But while we wait, you know what's going to happen, you guys. We're going to talk about HyperX and see what they have to say. Thank you very much, HyperX, and all the other sponsors of the Virtual Reality Masters League. Also, as important, I'd like to thank all the cannot talk. That's how excited I am about saying this. Thank you everyone who's giving this a follow, giving this a watch. We appreciate your views. This is the second channel, so if you're not following this one, give it a follow, just like Kentakanen did 16 minutes ago that I missed. It's gonna be 17 by the time you hear it. Yeah. By having you guys, you know, come and support these views, this is kind of what makes the league possible, and makes me not feel like a clown out here casting games just to my lonesome here. I appreciate it, you guys, and we'll have to see what happens on the next one. So we have our first match done, but let's go back over to the scoreboard here. 2-1 on Lucky Round is what he says. I think it's close. Historically, we've seen Valk win these, even with the new players. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm gonna bring you guys over to the browser for just a moment, though, and we're gonna look at what's happening on, you know, for the kind of matches that we expect our teams to play here. So we have gotten rid of Santorini. We've got rid of Industry. I gotta look up Santorini, Stockpile, Museum, and Reed Sky. Okay, so that leaves us with Oil Rig. That left us with Industry, Manor, and then Stahlbrecher. So I think Stahlbrecher might be the next pick. This is going to be the, I believe, here, let's go look over here. This is a Valk pick. I rotated off. Sorry about that. Give me 1 second. So with Valk, Oil Rig's there, Stockpile's gone, Reach Sky's gone, Museum's gone. Yeah, so Stahlbrecher likely our next pick on the map. Now, that is probably the least cited of all the ones that are there. We have Museum, we have Industry, which is, if you don't get the side and you're, and you're not as aggressive as a T, it can be a very hard one for them to do. And on top of that, Manor is going to be another one that I think I'm not so sure on the siding these days. I'm more convinced that the CT can do this well as long as they don't push the house. We'll have to see. But I expect very well that we're going to see Stahlbrecher as our next map. Now we'll see. Dead Meme isn't live just yet. Let's see if I have anyone on Pavlov VR. We're loading. And we don't have anyone who is live besides Dead Meme, so we will have to wait just a moment to figure out. RFL says the guy who went to clown college. You know what? I may have went to clown college. I may have studied the the balloon while you studied the blade. While you talked a little bit, I learned how to tie my tie, and I learned makeup as well. You know, I've trained in humor a thing or two, but most of all, I've trained in predicting which games are gonna be hype, and I'm glad that this one fell into place as it was. Before we wait, again, Stahlbrecher likely going to be our pick. I expect to see, both teams didn't do too much in the terms of fakes. We did see one round from Lucky Round where they had went a 2 and 3 split that didn't work in their advantage. So we'll have to see if they can figure out how to utilize the map correctly. I don't think either team is going to do a lot with, like I said, playing on both sides, separating their enemy. But hey, I could always be wrong. We saw lots of bolt plays where all 5 members ran the same lane. It's a little hard to do on Stahlbrecher if that is our map. So we'll see. After that, I'm trying to think what else we could expect for them to do. Also, while we're here, I'd like to thank Novid VR, Not Raffle, JP's 29, all you guys for following. I appreciate it so much. Again, it makes when the metrics are good while I'm here, that's what I can gloat about. That's what I can talk about to the league. Make Hero great again. We want to see all you guys supporting while I'm out here. When the other casters are there, you could also do it there. But I prefer it when you do it when I'm here. If it was a Manor play, we could also see that, we could see, both teams being aggressive on site. Those rotates from Shrub. Shrub was getting really good control of the middle of the map for a while until he was up against Crystal Daniel. We'll have to see if he can, if he can rotate around on a Manor, use the house effectively. That could be very good for them. The other thing I want to see is less pushing out on the Lucky Round side. If Lucky Round would have just stayed back a little closer on the site, I think they could have done a little bit better. If we could see some faster rotates from them as well. We saw a lot of times that Mr. Iron was left alone. So that's another piece of the puzzle I'd like to see. For the Valk side, I'd love to see using a bit more cover. We saw a lot of times in their defense, they were very wide and open. If they just used a little bit more cover, I think they would have had more success more often. But that's kind of what happens is you figure out how you're going to play, how you're going to do this, and those little pieces of the puzzle can really shift the game to be in a much better position for them. So I'm reloading. Dead Meme's stream is kind of struggling right now, so I'm not certain if we have anything just yet. It's like flickers on and off for me. I don't know. Oh, is it because I have my controller on my desk? Oh no. We're gonna raise the controller. We're gonna cat. This is what I call a game theory here. No, it's something with this stream. Yeah. So I don't know exactly what's happening yet. I'm waiting for the teams to tell me where they're playing. I guess I could just check. If maybe they did get into something. Nope, they're not in a server yet. We'll have to wait. But yeah, like I said, should be another close one. You know, on here we saw what CT defense from Lucky Round. That wasn't going to be the side that they wanted. We'll have to see. You know, it seemed like their T was much stronger than their CT. Let me reverse that. Their T, this Lucky Round's T was much stronger than their CT. Their CT though was, or sorry, their T was kind of destroyed by Crystal Daniel in the mid. Crystal Daniel was able to oftentimes just kind of wipe a lot of people off the middle of the board and get map control, and that really threw off the place. We didn't get to see Lucky Round at their fullest. We'll have to see if that changes in this next matchup. Just gotta wait. This is why we need, you know, I do support the idea of making it so you pick all your maps in advance. Just hop right into it. Never take a break. Fuel yourself with whatever performance enhancing substances like caffeine. So that way you're going full speed all the time, allowing us to hop into our next game. We'll have to wait a little bit longer. So we have one vote so far with Novid, who thinks that it's going to be Lucky Round pulling away 2 games at the end. We'll have to see. I do think we'll see another close one. I want to see Valk, you know, grab this. We can talk about what other matchups just happened. I know that, like I said earlier, we had CC versus Old People, where CC, I think now, is going to be the #1 team in the European League. Yep, we see them. Let's move this over here. Crimson Claw now at the top with 1280, as they have won another game, 12 wins in a row this season, no losses, as they climb to the top here. I was watching a little bit of it, and it was kind of a bloodbath, as CC was just getting absolute control several times in a row. We can see what that match was like overall. Let's go over to what's happening in just Europe in general. So we have yeah, this one 30-12. Wow. So the last one was Ulrich with a 10-5. Yeah, we see Stockpile 10-2, Santorini 10-5, Ulrich 10-5. I'll have to go watch the last map there. We had CC versus FBI earlier. You know, FBI is in like the second highest, what's it called? What am I saying? FBI is the second highest in the European silver ranking right now. And so it's a little hard of a matchup, especially since CC is doing so good. We had our challenge, Catastrophe versus FBI, that did not go too well in our favor. We had some morale issues near the end. On top of that, TD versus Virtual Assassins, which looks like a very close matchup. I wonder what happened on Stahlbrecher. I mean, that could have went either way there. I guess looks like VA had won that one, but it was close overall. We had to play Friendly Fire again. That was brutal for us. You know, it happens. We're playing Old People this week. Why? Looks like the connoisseurs are against us. So too are apparently our you know, our players here, as they're not seeing what's happening. We must take a long break. On my break, stream is kind of broken. So we are just waiting. RFL says that you know, there's a cool channel with cool pause music. That could be one way to go. We don't have that just yet over here. Oh, sorry. That's my. So you're not just watching that flicker back and forth. Yeah, we're on a break. We're good now, so they should be getting into the game very shortly. You know, I'm excited to see what the next pick is, but gotta wait. That's always the downside. The question is, when do I run out of things to talk about? You guys, I'm kind of hyped. I got a. I'll tell you. You know, I'll tell you about me for. Make this one about me. One, I got a TikTok that's almost got 400,000 views. Cool, or is it cringe? I don't know. I'm on TikTok. It's probably cringe. You can check out my I'll dump my link tree that has all my links, all the garbage that I post on the internet. Link.tree. I gotta memorize this. Yeah, there we go. If you guys want to check out what I do, besides casting, usually I'm streaming at times not designed for European people. Unfortunately, I used to be a Euro streamer, but not anymore. On top of that, I got a job interview. I'm hype about. We'll have to see if I get that one. I have one that I'm waiting on a response. They told me that they're gonna let me know this week. Very excited. Besides that, I mean, I've just been living my life here. You know what I'm saying? Oh, there we go. Novin and Katakinen both gave me follows on my channel. Yes, I'm gonna siphon all the views, baby. The VRML can't stop me. I'm the goddamn supervillain on the Discord. But the question is, will I become a hero someday? I think by being here, I've done my heroic deed, and by you guys being here, I'm quite happy again, making this possible, making the community work together. If you don't know, we do have a YouTube, not mine here, but we have the YouTube with all the VODs of previous matches. We have clips and highlights. There's a TikTok now. There's a Twitter. There's a Discord. Let's see if I can link everything here. But if you guys can check that out, see those other places where the content exists. Try to help spread and grow the league. Any work you guys do is appreciated. We can only do so much, but the viewers always help. I'll see if I can get the Twitter while we're waiting, or let me refresh. Oh my God, please. They're not. Are they gonna get it a game? We're just waiting. We're just waiting. Where is that? We'll do twitter.com. Gonna log into mine. Is the downside of trying to promote things that you don't usually promote. I have my own, like, my brain's programmed for me to say like and subscribe on my channel. But yeah, the VR Master League's Twitter, if you guys want to check that out, is over here. That's updates for all the games that are going to be coming. If you want to see cool clips, highlights about what's happening in VRML, especially for Pavlov specifically, it's hype. I'll give you guys a link to the Discord. I'm sure you're already there. I'm sure that's how you found this, but any extra bit helps. Copy the link over here. We have the Discord. A network error has occurred, but instead it actually means that the link is correct. The only network error I know of is Dead Meme Stream, and he's back though in the kill house, so we'll have something shortly, I suspect. Yeah, we're hanging. The question is, have you guys played any of the new maps? I was talking about earlier about what kind of maps I want to see in the league. I'm curious how we can get the everyone to go and check out these the new maps that exist, figure out what's going to be in season 10. Should be hype. I mean, we have what we have now, but I think we've talked about those before. We say what's the strategy, what's the meta, the barely shift. But I'm really excited to see what's going to be changing in season 10. I know a little bit so far just because I've been asked about it, and we have the feedback forms, which you can check out as well if you haven't, on the Discord, and underneath announcements if you have input on what you'd like to have changed in the league. The only thing I'd like to have changed right now is them to start this match. Come on, if I complain, will they laugh? And you know what, I will tell you, they did a brief check on Dead Meme Stream, and I see that we're playing Manor. Not exactly the map that I expected from them. I don't know who's on what side. I suspect Lucky Round will pick T. I suspect Valk will pick CT. But I'll tell you once I know. With Manor, it's going to be one of those maps where pushing into the house is dangerous. Now, both teams have a pusher, Kochek and Crystal Daniel. We need to make sure that those players both stay back for this to work. It looks like they are loading first into a death match. But we do have on the CT side is going to be it's going to be Lucky Round. So not exactly what I thought there, but we'll have to see how that one goes. Yeah, I'd like to see if Kochek and Crystal Daniel both play further back. I do think that their aggressiveness worked for them, but this is a map where if they get caught in the middle of the house, absolutely devastating. It will be very bad for their team because they will lose a member. Arphil says force people to practice on all the new maps. I'd love to have like an event, like maybe our MXF we host should have just one new map each time. I should add them to my map. but you know, that just means work. But that's a project for the weekend. I have some other stuff I should do on there as well. But you know, I should be hopping us in to our next match as we're about to start. Sorry for the delay, but I'm excited to bring you again our second match of the game. Will Lucky Round have one of those special moments that they're hoping on, or will everything, you know, will the chips fall on Valk's side? Novit says more bronze and silver teams. Yeah, dude, I was so hyped at the beginning of the season when we had so many teams, but it looks like things had fallen apart. You know, people didn't play well together. Different ideas on how often people should practice. Disappointment from losses. You know, it's hard as you're trying to figure this out, but I'm glad that we have plenty of new players this season. Hopefully we can get more. It'll be hype. So as for our Deagle round, we see, or sorry, not Deagle, our Revolver round, we see that Valk has won, and as we know, that's the chicken bones of gaming here. That should be a good premonition for our for Valk here. So buying guns, we're seeing you know, a cornucopia of different weapons on both teams here. So we have nearly every gun, which is hype. Alright, so fast a push. Scrub throws a flash over. They throw a flash back. They're getting ready. They don't have their guns up. Crystal Daniel goes aggressive and a lag kill, both getting a headshot. Now, lag kill doesn't mean he doesn't have good aim. It just means he's alive a little bit longer than they expect. Scarifly gets clips. It also means he die more often. Vintage Jesus versus Scarifly here. Looks like Landlord is defending from the back, and Richard the Lionfart is not landing the hits he needed against Dead Meme. It's 2v2 here as Landlord dies in the house. A little bit of irony there. Richard the Lionfart isn't expecting Vintage Jesus, who gets the kill, and last is Joel. Now Joel is going to go for the rotate around. They have eyes on Bomb, but Vintage Jesus is about to have eyes on his head through the scopes here. As Joel catches him, he didn't have his gun up. That's what happens. And I guess he just didn't expect Dead Meme to be there. But plenty of time to defuse. Joel. Oh, that was actually very close. What do I know? And they get the defuse on the first round. That was, yeah, just two players who weren't ready for the shots there. Unfortunate. But hey, that's our first round. That's how the pistol crumbles. As we move into the next one, we're going for a mid play. Now, interesting that they forced AKs. I haven't seen wait, did I No, they I guess they just plan and lost. Dude, I always mess up this new meta. Ion and Crystal Daniel trade. Yeah, they can afford, they have more money than their enemies. Whoops. This is what happens when non-intuitive financial decisions happen as implemented in gameplay. Richard the Lionheart and Scarifly are getting ready to push on site with Shrub being a little bit slow to catch up with them. They're going to go without him, and Clips gets the headshot from the tunnel from headshot. Scarifly kills Clips. Dead Meme gets Scarifly. Shrub made some noise. They know he's back here, and Dead Meme takes him out. 1-1 here as that that round played out for them. They didn't have the utility. They being the lucky rounders. I wonder if teams have what they want to be called. Like lucky rounders is what I say for lucky round. There could be the lucky rounds. Like we're Cat Tassery, we just call it the Cats. Cat server, Cats, you know, all that stuff. But yeah, Valk, I don't know what you call them because they're not Valkyries apparently. I've learned that the hard way. Lionfart pushes up and gets caught out. Crystal Daniel is pushing onto site. Scarifly and Shrub are both hiding. Scarifly can be seen here, but I guess they just missed him. And there we go. Oh, what a knife from Scarifly as he gets the kill. I wish the knives had the curve. Oh, and the Shrub takes another. So that's 2 knife kills. That's pretty good for a save round. Mr. Iron pushing on site. He's being loud and proud, but no longer allowed onto site as they get shot. Joel takes a hit, basically, from Dead Meme. He's a dead one now. And we're back to the start of the game. Dead Meme with 4-1 right now. 4-2 for CD. Joel McD with 3-2, and Scarifly with 3-3. Both teams now able to buy guns. This is when the game begins here. Going for a B push through plat, through house. Lionfart's going to be able to hear Valk. Or sorry, Crystal Daniel is going through the mid, is going to try to fight Lionfart and wins. Ion's playing the sneaky position here. He's been caught because he killed Vintage Jesus, but Crystal Daniel can't help Dead Meme here. Interesting enough that Crystal Daniel is waiting for the lurk. Clips does the work instead. It takes him out with a grenade. Scarafly's already in the back, and you know, Crystal Daniel didn't have his gun up. Dead Meme and Scara trade Joel and Shrub here. They're both on site. Clips runs out. Landlord is hiding on plat. What is happening? Why are they doing this like this? I guess Landlord's gonna try to catch Joel. Joel gets Clips. Joel just takes them both out. Yo, Sphinx, first time chatter, long time viewer. How's it going, Sphinx? A bad feel when you type in Hebrew by accident. I was drinking some coffee, getting hyped again. Joel McD controlling the game right now with his 5-2. Gonna be winning that least death award very soon. Valk is Hawk and Africans. Oh, okay. Okay. Noted. Thank you for the lore. Like, I knew it wasn't Valkyrie because I made that mistake. I mean, that would make sense, German lore. Or Gothic lore, really, but Joel gets the Landlord. Richard gets Dead Meme. We see the mid with 2, and Vintage Jesus defending the mid, and that's just Shrub left. They can go for the plant. Shrub's on the opposite side. I'm about to get roasted by RFL. I realize this now. Never talk about Germany and be wrong potentially when RFL's here. All right, they're going. Clips are going for the plants. Vintage Jesus is being a little bit aggressive, moving up the banana. I mean, he can't be seen here, but it could be. Okay, Shrub going through sniper in the back here. Oh, Shrub makes a noise. As long as Vintage Jesus is quiet, he can catch him. Oh, and there we go. Vintage Jesus has resurrected the round as he brings another point over to the terrorists. 2-3. Vintage Jesus at the top with 6-2. Clips with 5-5. Dead Meme with 5-3. On the opposite side, we see Joel McD with 6-3. 6-5 for Scara and 3-4 for Shrub. That weight was just right. Trigger discipline is the name of the game when they don't know where you're at. All right, going for a push over to the A side. We see a stacking. Interesting that Shrub is playing mid from the A side, just making sure that they have control there. A grenade goes down with that didn't hit Lionfart. Lionfart is hiding. It is a save round. Oh no, Dead Meme takes the Landlord, and yeah, that's unfortunate. We'll see if he gets his deposit back on that one. Dead Meme gets Lionfart. Scarefly dies as well. Joel is taken out, and now it's just Ion in the back. He needs to go in there before the plant, and he's down. No plant, no extra money. 2-4 at the moment as Valk is commanding this lead. Now, I think a lot of people would say that this is a T-sided map, but we're not seeing the house being used so much to where the T advantage should be occurring. So we'll have to see, if the play is different on the opposite side. It kind of is really up to Valk for them to figure out, how to not get that, to use that advantage properly, or not lose to it really on the defense. Shrub is hiding back here in L. If Dead Meme checks the corner, yep, they check together. Oh, there we go, the double. And Crystal Daniel gets a headshot. Scarefly round back, and it looks like they lose a player each. Ion gets Crystal Daniel. And we have Lionfart pushing on a site alone unnecessarily. Vintage Jesus kills him. Ion gets Landlord in the back. Vintage Jesus goes way too wide and dies. Now, if Clips can catch him by surprise, well, nope, he got gunned down in the streets. And now it's 3 and 4. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that was a round that, you know, could have went either way. I think both teams had interesting moments there, but yeah, don't run out alone. Don't go so wide. Those are the two, like, again, every bronze team needs to be thinking like that. And then team kills, you know, obviously don't help. Ion pushes out a little too aggressively. Crystal Daniel gets some shots off on him. Joel McD just destroys the balcony push. Crystal Daniel shoots one, gets the kill, and it gets team nated. Oh no, Scara finishes him off. All right, this is where the downfall of Valk now. This is twice, 2 rounds in a row where they lose, they hurt themselves. Shrub takes out the Landlord, and it's just Clips. They know where he's at. This is unfortunate. Clips knows that Joel is pushing. His gun is up, but Joe will get that peeker's advantage here. And yep, he guessed. He didn't need to, but he went for it, and that's 4 and 4. So our final round of the half, and they're gonna have to force. Yeah, we're gonna have to see Valk force here. This is gonna be an even game, it looks like. And CD goes for the AK shorty and picks up armor. The enemy team, we'll have to see. We see mostly AKs, so, and 1 M4. So it isn't exactly necessary to get that armor. Armor is really not too useful against AKs because that instant kill headshot, but it prevents an instant kill headshot on an M4. Vintage Jesus going alone. And guess what? He's crucified over there. Shrub gets dead meme. And so now, what is this play? I think they're just winging it. They get the plant down, but they lose Crystal Daniel as well. Landlord is going to try to use a sawed off. Clips didn't buy. What the heck? Valk, come on. Shrub gets a team kill. It's bad for the economy anymore because they're trading over. That was an interesting round. It should not have happened like that. And 5 and 4. I think Valk is just not knowing how to handle their eco at the end of the half. So when we look at this, so we see Landlord with 1 and 8. Dead Meme at 7 and 6. Vintage Jesus with, I believe, a 7 and 5. 7 and 8 for Clips. Crystal Daniel with 10 and 7. We see 1 and 9 for Lionfart, 6 and 6 for Shrub, 7 and 6 for Ion, 9 and 8 for Scarafly, and Joel McD with a crazy 10-4. Roger that, as he has the least death award so far. They're pushing on to the A site, going quickly. Landlord's getting ready. Crystal Daniel is going to try for the rotate here. Went into the house early, and they didn't use it, but most people don't use a house on the first round. They're spreading out, and they're going to get a lot of control of the back of the site here. This is going to work well for Lucky Round. Lucky Round does lose 1. Actually, but they lost 2 on the side of Valk. 3 and 3 now. Bombs down. Vintage Jesus going alone is going to be able to catch Scarafly. Now we just need to see everyone else work together. They know where Lionfart is. Vintage Jesus gets killed from behind, and now it's just Ion versus 3 here. And Ion gonna bet that he's gonna... Oh, Ion gets 1. I was gonna bet he was gonna die. Work together. They have to kill him faster, and they have to defuse this bomb. Vintage Jesus going for another angle. And get the kill. 5 and 5, evening up the game. And this is gonna mean that, you know, we're going to see Lucky Round with the financial advantage because they got the plan. Now, some of the members of Valk, though, saved quite a bit of money and, you know, put them a little further ahead than you know, you would with the usual buy. So they're going full guns on the Lucky Round side. We're seeing plenty of AK shorties and 1 longie on Clips. All right, so this is a slow play. They're hoping that they can catch Crystal Daniel, Vintage Jesus, Dead Meme out alone. Dead Meme gets a first kill in the house. Oh, there we go. We see Vintage Jesus get one, Shrub get another, a trade with Lionfart, and 3v2. This is that house thing I was telling you about. If they push into the house, they're gonna have the disadvantage. They really just want to see make Lucky Round waste their time in there. Dead Meme gets killed because he didn't have his gun up against Mr. Ion. Landlord is there and ready. Don't push in the house. Let them try to get onto site. This is what we want to see from Valk here. I don't think this went the way that that Lucky Round expected, but they did get plenty of kills. And depending on how Valk decides to play this, if they split up, you know, this would be very good for them. Looks like Shrub probably has the bomb. He doesn't. It's going to be Mr. Ion. Mr. Ion's taking a little bit to rotate over. He's gonna be able to get there in time, but it's not going to be a lot. And you see them already teamed up. This is off to see. 13 seconds left. They're running. They're going to go through from the behind. Clips in Shrub. Landlord keeps his gun up. This is what we want to see. Hold your gun up. And he takes out Shrub. Mr. Ion's not on bomb site, and he's running into the tunnel. He's going to give up the bomb for a second, and Clips is going to be able to push up on him. The trade and the defuse. And that brings us back 5 and 6. Valk in the lead now. This is going to be both teams able to buy again. But yeah, that slow push, I mean, it is risky. Yeah, they did the best they could there. I think, you know, playing on site, they don't know where they're coming from, but yeah, once Shrub got killed, they lost their one part of their advantage there. So they're waiting out any nades, any house pushes, being very cautious here. But if someone went balcony, if someone checked A-long stairs, man, they'd be able to call the whole map. CD actually pushing all the way out. Oh no. He's gonna be able to call it here. One. And Joel does kill him, but now they know it's a B push. Dead Meme rotating around, Landlord going through. Vintage Jesus getting ready to push up. Unnecessary. Oh no, Vintage Jesus is down. Landlord's going through the house. Interesting. Yeah. Mr. Beanie. I see the Batman. Dead Meme gets a kill because he just wasn't expecting there. But it is now 1v4, and that is a lucky round. Lucky round. I'm surprised. I mean, Crystal Daniel, way too aggressive in the house. Not necessary. Was able to get could have peeked the information, went back in, called the whole thing, stayed inside the house, just checked in case they rotated. Everyone else could have went balcony, could have went over to the B side. Could have been a very good round for them, and they chose to be a little too aggressive on it. They're going to try the same thing here. Landlord's going to peek. But it is a save round for Valk. Balcony stairs. Ion. Grenades go down, but Crystal Daniel lies in wait. Dead Meme on the balcony. Could throw a grenade down. Goes for some shots. They doubled up. Dead Meme holding them back. And Mr. Ion with the fence defense. Actually, more of a fence offense. Oh, bad throw from Lucky from the Landlord. Kill from Mr. Ion. Clips is gonna get a surprise one here. Nope, Ion surprised us. He looks at him. He says, "Negative. Will not kill." And lastly, we have Vintage Jesus in the house. Now, Vintage Jesus needs to not do that. Okay, that's not the play. So he's down $3,000 and they're up $2,500, and or yeah, that was not what they should have done there. But just yeah, the eco doesn't make sense really. It's gonna put. I mean, but Vintage Jesus has enough money to buy if he wanted to, but I think he's saving for that 50 cal. Goes. Okay, never mind. Goes for the AK. What we want to see now. Mid peak. Play your sights. Rotate over once you know. Clips is going to be able to call it. Crystal Daniel, Landlord rotating over. Dead Meme could absolutely devastate here as they're not ready for a Stairs player. Mr. Ion kills Crystal Daniel. Landlord takes out Ion, but Shrub waits behind the Shrub and gets a kill against Dead Meme, protecting the homeland. Vintage Jesus goes to fight with Joel McD and they trade. Scarifly takes out Clips. Landlord takes out Scarifly. It's just Landlord. Now he does have Clips, but they're both there. Go to the Landlord's perspective. This is Shrub. Grenade goes down and takes him out from Lion Fart. A king. And we look, right now, it's looking in the favor of Lucky Round. 12 and 11 for Daniel. We have Clips with 8 and 13. 12 and 9 for Vintage Jesus. Joel McD with the 14 and 8. Ion with 15 and 9. Scarifly with 12 and 11. What I think we need to see differently from Valk, if they want to win this one, we need to see them play a bit further back. Don't be aggressive. Don't get killed early on. Unified Force. Crystal Daniel doing the opposite. But doesn't have, this is a deagle. He gets a kill for a save round. That's probably the right answer. Now that I'm like thinking about it, Dead Meme is gonna push out and get melted. Crystal Daniel would have saw the 2 there. Should have, Dead Meme didn't need to do the check like that. But hey, that's Lucky Round figuring out how to utilize the battlefield to their advantage. When you have an aggressive player, you just wait for them to go into your fire, and the firing line gets extended the further they aggress. The Plant's Vintage Jesus doesn't wait for his teammate and dies, and it's just the Landlord with a sawed-off shotgun. Running through the house. He goes. He doesn't have his gun up. And Joel takes him out. Reverse funny number as we walk into our last round. What will happen here? Will there be a comeback? I mean, we saw a powerful comeback on our last game. Can they do it? Can they bring themselves back up from those bootstraps? Also, thank you, Mr. Toxic and Mr. Beanie, for the follows. Every follow helps grow this channel, helps spread the league. Crystal Daniel being aggressive, the opposite of what he wants to do, but he does get if he holds this position, holds the house, although his teammates smoked him off, it'd be good. Stay in the house, listen, recon, find where your enemies are at. A grenade goes down that gets eaten by the map, and no one takes any damage, unfortunately. Stairs there can completely protect you. Lionfart kills Dead Meme. Crystal pushes out, gets one. Vintage Jesus gets another. 3v3. Vintage Jesus with the 50 cal on headshot. It's a close-up shot. They're slowing down their play. They're trying to figure out what's going to happen here. Mr. Ion kills Vintage Jesus, but Landlord kills Lionfart. Ion's running. I think he has a bomb and getting ready to plant it. Yes. Landlord's going to try to hold back Shrub, but Clips. Clips can try to stop the defuse, or the plant. It's just Clips versus 2 now. It's up to Clips to figure this one out. Oh, Clips. Why, Clips? You could... That's disappointing. All right, well, on the opposite side, we see 9 and 13 for Dead Meme, 6 and 14 for the Landlord, 8 and 15 for Clips. We have 13 and 11 for Vintage Jesus and Crystal Daniel at the top of 14 and 13. On the opposite side, the winners, we have 5 and 12 for Lionfart, maybe 6 and 12, 11 and 8 for Shrub, 13 and 13 for Scarifly, 16 and 9 for Mr. Ion, and on top, Joel McD with 7 and 9. Shrub getting that least death award. Let's go back over to the scoreboard. Interesting what had happened there. I really think that you know, it was kind of a throw from Valk. Valk had decided not to use the lessons they learned from that first map, and just were a little too aggressive there. This is gonna be Valk with the 6 and 10 on Manor. So we'll have to see what happens on that last one, but just over aggression was really the downfall of Valk, as they didn't know how to play that to work for them. Did some interesting buys, but I think if they, you know, they could have had that if they would have just been a little bit more coordinated on some of those pushes. We see Lucky Round learning from how to handle Crystal Daniel, knowing he's going to push out, and took advantage of that. Were able to snipe him down. And that T side, they really used the Manor as their advantage, and that was good for them. But you know what is going to be for the advantage of the league? You guys watching this video from our sponsor, Asterion. Thank you very much, Asterion, and all the other beautiful sponsors on the left-hand side of the screen. As a pop-up, as a show, you can see what kind of products the VRML has to offer, and everyone of getting you guys in front of them helps us produce content, helps us get new overlays, helps us find you know, different prizes that can be given to the members for that championship, which is happening, I believe, in April or I'd have to go look at the calendar once again. We are waiting right now for our final map, our third map, which will decide the victors. I really want to see Valk pull this one together. You know, they are right now at the bottom of the pool, but they can get advantage here if they have the right map. So we have Industry in the pool, and we also have Stallbreaker. Now, for Lucky Round as the pick, I expect Stallbreaker. I don't see Industry being the pick, mostly because it's going to give the T side over to Valk, and them as aggressive players, I think would work better for them. So I want to see, you know, I would expect Stallbreaker. I think that's going to be where they have a little bit more control of the map. Now it will take a little bit longer for Shrub to do those rotates, to do that control that he was doing that worked pretty well on Oil Rig. We'll have to see. But this could be, you know, this could be like Manor, where it wasn't close, or it could be like Oil Rig, where it was just really tight there. We just have to wait for their streams to come back up. I'm waiting, and I shouldn't be waiting because we are in our third map. No pings. Stallbreaker, baby. I called it. Who knew it? All right, so let me send you guys over to that gameplay. Give me 1 sec, and we're gonna hop into that final match. Loading in still. Happens. And we are on. Oh, we missed our first round. They just jumped immediately into it. Okay, so we had, and I'm rewinding. I had problems with that last time that caused the match to end a little early. So, and we couldn't see the end of it. But it looks like Pistol Round went over to the side of Lucky Round. It looks like they got the plant and the defeat. You know, called. They didn't stop. God, I cannot talk. They didn't get the plant. Scarefly gets another dead meme. Clips takes him out. Vintage G is getting ready to push the site. Shrub gets some shots off, and the bomb is down on Z. Mr. Ion in the mid stops the Landlord. And it's just Clips VR alone. He takes out another, though. I mean, that's eco damage. That's going to be good for these first couple of rounds. And you guys, I'm sorry that I can't talk to them. I'm flubbing my words. That's what happens when you drink like 3 coffees. But right now, at the top of the board, we see Ion and Shrub doing pretty well with 4-0, 3-0. Scarefly with 2-2. Joel and Richard, the Lion Fart, waiting to get those first kills. Same with Dead Meme. On the opposite side, we have 2-2. Then we have 0 and wait, how does Landlord must got a team kill because he has 0 points but 2 kills. Crystal Daniel and Vintage Jesus each with 0 and 2 on right now. Lucky round is up, but it's a gun round. They're actually going to be playing the game now. Grenade goes down. Oh, and Clips is gone as he got taken out by Lion Fart. Crystal Daniel dropped on Mr. Ion, but Mr. Ion gets a drop on him, takes him out. Landlord finishes the job. Now we're over here in Stahlbrecher on radio in long as Richard takes out Dead Meme. They didn't have the smokes to stop him. Question is, how will they get the bomb down now? Lionfart kills or is trades with Scarefly, and it's going to be Vintage Jesus versus 3 now. He's moonwalking his way out of there with an extra gun. Looks like he's trying to pick up a third. Uh-oh, is he... What is happening? 168. His thing isn't that crazy. He has 3 guns. He's going to save for the next 20 seconds. I like the sliding look. So we have 10 more seconds left in the round, and yet this A push really needs smokes here, here, and here. You stop Joel from being able to fight you. You stop Lion from able to shoot back. Although with the smoke, he kind of has some cover here. They don't know where if he's going to be here or here. Can shoot. We'll have to see though if they can figure that out for the next couple of rounds. Third round, they will be on a loss bonus, so they can buy. They have those 3 extra guns as well, so they should be kind of decked out and just buy into it. So we'll have to see. No, Novit is right so far, and I'm about to be eating some shorts. Crystal Daniel, Dead Meme pushing to the middle. Landlord gets the first kill on Lionfart, opening up the map. We see a quick rotate over from Joel. Ion getting ready to get onto site. Scarefly pushing out of underpass here. Shrub rotating around the long. But with no smokes in sight, this is the wrong way to do the play. Oh no. Crystal Daniel getting hit by his own team again. We're seeing a lot of team kills here. Scarefly kills Dead Meme. Valk's Clips is just in the middle of the lane unnecessarily. Landlord pushes out, loses his position, and now it's just Vintage Jesus versus 3. Moonwalking again. Grenades go down, and he's flashed, doesn't even know it's happening. So Black Hat, just because no one responded, the first map was 10 and 9 in the favor of Valk on not Stockpile. What's the first map? Oil Rig. Then we had a 10 and 4 on Manor in the favor of Lucky Round. This is a third map, and it is not looking good for Valk so far. It seems like they do not have a solid T strategy on this map. Scarefly is pushing up, but a flashes. Oh, one of those would be a grenade. They're just flashing but not pushing. Crystal Daniel. Oh, yeah, Crystal Daniel gets the kill there. Okay. Oh, and there we go. They're getting wiped up as Shrub and Joel just clear them out. There we go. Another one, and Crystal Daniel's left alone. Mr. Ion kills Crystal Daniel, and that is 5-0. What happened? This was such a close game at the beginning, and now it's falling to pieces. Here's what we want to see. We want to see more smokes on Valk. We need to see them push A, but they clearly don't play like that. They think aggression, nades, and flashes are going to get them in there. They can get those first couple kills. They just can't hold the site afterwards. Ion's going to push out in the mid. He gets the early intel. Lionfart kills the long push, and that stops the round in its tracks. Ion gets another. Scarefly gets another. And now we just have Jesus alone again. And he saved them. He's going to bring back a second 50 cal, though. It's a lot of money on the table, but the problem is 50 cals on this map as a T, there's really not a lot of good spots to use them. I mean, this man always uses a 50 cal, and he does get kills like that one. Lionfart did not need to push out. Lion's going aggressive as well. Vintage Jesus could catch him, and they do trade, but that's way more expensive for Valk than it is for Ion there. Bad angle, unfortunately, but they did get the kill. You can kind of see that Valk is not feeling too hot about this now. They're throwing their the bomb on the ground. Looks like they're going for B, two in the mid. They splitting up? Three in the mid. Pushing aggressively. Scarifly now knows they're there. They already have 3 people on site. This is going to be a hard one. With a grenade in hand, Dead Meme dies to a double fire. Clips goes in there immediately afterwards. Not getting the intel from his team. They could rotate off to A, but have chosen not to. They're going for it. All 4 of them. Crystal Daniel gets Joel. Mr. On gets Daniel. Vintage Jesus beginning to rotate. Get a better angle here. Scarifly running up. Didn't need to do that. Klitz could get the surprise on Shrub. Boom. Mr. Ion gets killed. And now it's 3v1. Lionfart does kill one in the middle of the site. It looks like they don't have the bomb. They have it now. And there we go. Vintage Jesus defends his teammate. They get the kill, and that's 1 point. I don't think they've shifted the strat to make this work. I think that was just happened to be a lot of good kills, but they did push from 2 angles, and that was what was necessary there. They got a lot of control of the map, and then Vintage Jesus' rotate was pretty good there. He you know, everyone on Lucky Round rotated over. They got control while he was doing that. Oh, bad grenade, bounced off the wall. No, that came from the CT. That came from the CT. Scarifly kills Vintage Jesus. Shrub is playing a suicide spot. Scarifly's being aggressive, and it worked for him here. Kills Crystal Daniel. Landlord kills Scarifly. We'll see if Clips catches Shrub here. Looks like they are working against Headshot. Shrub could help his teammate, but he's waiting. He's holding trigger discipline. He's kind of baiting with his teammate here. But it did work in his favor as he gets 2 kills. Landlord dies to Shrub. 7-1. And we have our final round of the half. Not all of them can buy on Valk. And this is crazy how, again, the game has shifted so much. This is really going to be dependent on a really strong CT. It could work. We could see Valk come back, but it is not looking in their favor at the moment. But hey, they did it on Oil Rig. Middle of the site is screwing them up. A grenade, a perfect grenade, really, from Shrub takes him out. Vintage Jesus pushes the site. He has control, and him versus Joel. Joel dies. 3 on site versus 2. If they can plant and control the site, there's double bomb here, but this is a real one. Lionfart kills Vintage Jesus, pushing out in places he doesn't need to be. Landlord could be the next one. Richard Lionfart gets stuck in the back here. Now, Mr. Ion's trying to find his way onto site. How can he do this? The bomb's down. Clip has control. A grenade does some damage to Clips. Now they know he is there. I mean, he's defending the bomb, but they have an idea roughly where. Mr. Ion kills Landlord in a trade, though. And now it's Richard Lionfart versus Clips. Clips only has his deagle. And Lionfart's going to check the corner. Footsteps are made. He now knows. And Peeker's advantage. Lionfart wins. He goes to check all the spots. Doesn't see it right there, but he has the clips. He clipped clips, and then clipped the bomb as he brought our half to an end. That meme right now with an unfortunate 0-9. Crystal Daniel with 1-9. Clips with 3-8. 4-6 for Vintage Jesus. 12-9 for the Landlord. Joel McD has 3-4. Scarabwitz the 8-7. Lionfart with 7-4. 10-3 for Ion, and 12-2 for Shrub. Pistol round determines everything this time, as we only have 2 chances for failure here on Valk. They're waiting for pushes. Hopefully we see them play a little bit further back, like I said, and it looks like that is the case. Lucky Round is buying the correct utilities here. Plenty of smoke. They're going to be able to stop this site push from working. Or sorry, for the site defense from working is what I mean to say. Whoops. Dead Meme is shooting through the smoke and gets shot a little bit. A grenade goes down, and he knows he's there. Dead Meme gets killed by Shrub as he pushes up. They get control of the site. Clips gets 2 kills. We need to see someone rotate to radio. Crystal Daniel kills Joel in the middle of the site. Landlord using... Oh, no. He was expecting someone from further away. And now it's just Shrub versus 3. They hear footsteps. I think Landlord knows now. Okay, now they really know. And Landlord takes the kill. A defuse. Now, that is going to be in the favor of Lucky Round here. But it's 8-2. We need to see strong defense if we want to have this game keep going. We're seeing AKs. We're seeing AK shorties. We'll have to see what Dead Meme buys. Another AK shorty. Going for the aggressive buy here. That being said, they can't really afford to lose. Slow push. B-word. And they only have 1 on site. They've kind of stacked A. Now, Clips and Landlord can rotate over quick. Crystal Daniel. How did he do this? How did he get up here? The fuck? Oh, you can go from there. Okay. Well, Lionfart and Shrub both get early kills, opening the site up. And they're stuck trying to get onto site while the planting is happening. Scarefly is able to just wipe out all 3 of them, I think. Yeah, they're just holding him back. Oh, Clips gets 1. Clips gets 2. And Shrub takes out Clips. And this is 9-2, potentially our last round of the map. And it has to be a save. It's not looking good. It's not looking good for Valk here. I would have liked to see Valk pick the CT side here, because it's clear that they did not have a strong T play. And I think that is really the downfall of this map. They didn't know how to use the utilities. They didn't know how to push on the site. And, you know, they grouped up a lot, which allowed them to get eliminated. They had those 2 rounds that it kind of worked for them. Only 1 leading to a point. Shrub, he's Crystal Daniel, gets some hits. Shrub takes out Crystal Daniel with a grenade. Vintage Jesus and Clips getting ready to push from barrels. Landlord runs out and doesn't have his gun up and gets killed by 2 on a Z. Vintage Jesus and Clips stuck. Dead Meme with the slow rotate. Let's see if we can get there in time. He could make the round for them. Scarefly hears it though. Doesn't have his gun up. Dead Meme wins it. Joel takes him out. Takes him out, jeez. Shrub gets Vintage Jesus, and that is our game with 10-2. We see 1 leave early, but it's 1-2 for Dead Meme. Crystal Daniel with 2-11. Vintage Jesus with 4-9, and the Landlord with 14-11. 5-5 for Joel. 10-4 for Lionfart. 9-6 for Richard. Sorry, 10 and 4 for Ion, 9 and 6 for Richard, Scarifly with the 11 and 10, and Shrub with a resounding 17 and 3 as they win the game. Look at the scoreboard. We'll update the maps really quickly, and that is, you know, I predicted this one the wrong way. I don't know what happened with those other 2 games. Again, they had so much good control. The way they were playing on Autorig was great. And then they kind of just went for this kind of aggressive thing where they weren't coordinated. Again, I think with Manor specifically, Dahl, they just didn't have a play. That's unfortunate. Yeah, but you know, that's the Bronze League. It's crazy. You the highest of highs, the lowest of lows, as we saw that one go. Well, thank you very much, everyone, for checking this out. As always, I appreciate it. The league appreciates it. We have plenty of followers. Or sorry, plenty of sponsors. I want to thank the followers as well. Man, you guys, I can't talk today. Don't drink too much coffee. That's the only thing I have for you. Let's quickly check and see if there's anyone live who we can send you guys over to, as we take this one out. And it looks like there are no other live people to check out. So, all right, I'm gonna call it here. Thank you very much. Send your love over to the VRML and tell both of these teams GG. Very much. I'm a goddamn superhero, and I'm out.